Alright, welcome everybody to MudRunner for mobile. So this is for iOS and Android. Works on the iPad, iPhone, Android phones, all that. And it's a pretty good game. I don't know if it's a direct port from the PC. I've never really played MudRunner. I've always played Spin Tires, and then I went to SnowRunner. Never really been into MudRunner. So can't say if any of the trucks or any of the maps or anything are direct pulls from the game. But the first thing you probably noticed is the shaking shop sign up there. That is where you download the DLC. So the first DLC here that you see is actually free. So I would recommend going in there and picking that up. It acts like you're gonna, you're going through an Apple ID purchase. I'm not sure how it works on the, Google Play version, but on the iPad it goes through. It acts like you're buying something. But it's actually free. It doesn't charge you anything. It's a free DLC. I don't know if they're gonna be adding more DLCs later. But pretty cool that you start off with a few extra little bits of content. I don't know exactly what it includes. I know it includes a map and I believe a truck or two. So when you first start, you go through the tutorial. Definitely pay attention to that. It gives you a lot of good information, a lot of good things to do for the the driving and everything. And then after you finish that, you can go through and start your missions and your free game. The game is $5.99 in the App Store, so I'm going to go ahead and jump into, we'll take a look at the free game first, just kind of show you how everything works there. Alright, so if we go into a free game here, as you can see, we have some maps that we can unlock, some things that we can change. This is where we can go in, and there's like watchtowers you can unlock. You have to deliver logs to the logging facilities and whatnot. One thing I don't like is I have started on this first map here. Once you start on a map, you can't actually change your trucks, as you can see here. But if we go to this other map, as you can see, we have a star system. So this is basically dictates how many, what kind of trucks you can have, how powerful, all that stuff. You can't just put, all the best trucks on there. You have to kind of weigh it out, figure out, what you need. If we go in here, you can see each truck has their own little stars, and you can't go over the amount of stars that's allowed for that map. And then down here is the DLC map. It only has 2 trucks, just realize that. If we also go to free game, we go to here, we go to a new game, you can see we have the different options. We have casual and hardcore mode, so each one has their own little quirks and differences. So the main differences are like with damage and fuel and driving styles. With casual, also some of the achievements are blocked as well. So today we'll be looking at the missions. I'm just going to do a quick mission. I'm going to do the first one. As you can see, I've got 2 stars. It's got its main objectives and then its bonus objectives, and then we'll just start a new game. Alright, so loaded in here again, it gives you the objectives and everything that you need to do. It's slowly getting marked off because I've already done them. So as I've noticed, as you go back and redo the mission, the objectives or the bonus objectives, the only ones that you missed are the only ones that are there. So the original one was to not use the winch, to not drive on the wrong side of the road, and don't do damage. I always seem to do damage to the trucks because of the way steering works in this game. So if we take a look, we have the tips up there. The frame rate is pretty good. I would say it's probably 30 frames per second. It definitely doesn't feel like a 60 frames per second, but the detail is pretty good. You can see a little bit of detail on the tires, a little bit around the front of the truck, and it's not crazy detailed, but it's got, see-through windows, a little bit of shadowing, a little bit of just, nice little details. It's definitely a mobile game. As you can see, the draw distance isn't the best, and it definitely has that mobile game kind of look to it, but they're doing pretty good. I mean, in fact, it even has shadows and stuff. Looks, it's really nice. So so we can go and start the truck by hitting the key icon down there. The steering is in the bottom left here, and if we just press the bottom right, we can hit the gas button. We have our parking brake on, which this game has, so we'll take that off and we will get going. You're free to move the camera around. You can zoom in and out. If you double tap the screen, there we go, it will reset the camera to the default. Now, I already know where I'm going, but this line doesn't actually show up until I go into the map. So I guess they kind of try to force you to go in the map. I really don't know what are the reasoning behind that is, but yes, we'll hit OK. We already missed our first marker, so that's going to be with us until we hit the second one. That's something I definitely noticed about this game, is that the markers, they don't go away like they do it in SnowRunner, where you get kind of close to them and they just kind of disappear. They don't, you have to like run right directly over them to get rid of them. But luckily, if you miss one and you hit the second or third one, it removes all the ones prior to that. So I guess that's a good point, a good part to it. But yeah, for a while you could have the line going the wrong way on your screen, which, you know, could get annoying after a while. So we're gonna head out here. So if you look up at the upper left corner under the map icon, that's normally where your four-wheel drive and differential lock would be. This truck doesn't have it, but that icon over there is for the winch. Like I said, the handling of the game, it's not too bad. It's just hard to get used to because it's not very precise when it comes to steering. You know, it's definitely does not, you know, it's definitely not like having like a actual steering wheel or even just a controller for that. But I don't know if this game supports Bluetooth controllers. I would think it would, but I don't have one to test, so I don't have a way of testing that. Now we have our gearbox here, so we can put it into a lower gear, like this, and hopefully that'll get us, maybe get us through this mud here. We'll find out. If not, we will use the winch, which I guess we're going to have to. Hopefully there's stuff to winch to. Nope, there's not. So this is what we're going to do. We are going to reverse. We always found that to work in this game. Oh, I guess we still have the winch turned on here. But yeah, we're going to go forward. Let's turn that off for now. Yeah, I think we can get some movement going through the mud here now, hopefully. The game is about 800 megabytes, I believe, when I checked the storage space, so it's really not too bad, you know, especially for, you know, for an iPad game. You know, some of the racing games and stuff I know can take up, you know, 2-3 gigs, so having, you know, have it only take up a few hundred, you know, well, almost a gig of space is pretty good, especially when, you know, you have an iPad that maybe only has 32 or 64 gigs of storage. The last thing you want is a game taking up, you know, 2 or 3 gigs of that. Depending on how many you have, that may not mean that you have very many apps on your device. So, happy to report the size isn't too bad, which is good. Okay, so we are going to back up to this trailer over here, and I'll show you how we attach in just a moment. If we can get turned around here, that would be great. Let's turn the camera a little bit so we can see what we're doing. So let's start backing up. The mud in this area, I'm not sure how I feel about the mud sometimes in the mobile version. Sometimes it just more feels like a glitch rather than actual like mud. I don't know how else to explain it. It feels like you're just stuck on nothing, and I think that just comes down to the graphics of the game. You know, it's just like, what am I stuck on? Oh, it's got to be the mud, but like the camera will shake sometimes, and it just doesn't feel like it. So if we hit this little wheel icon up here, we have our options to turn off the engine, change truck, and then attach trailer. So we hit attach trailer, we can back up. We just have to back up basically under the trailer like that, and now we are attached. Now, I have not flipped a truck in this game. Hopefully that will not happen in this one. I don't know if it's even possible because I've done some crazy stuff going off the road. And I've come close to flipping the truck, but I actually did not. So I'm not sure if that's actually something that we can do. So we are going to take off for town here. I guess we can take a look at the map. I'm going to delete this so it's still not sitting there. So we just have to come out. So put another another marker down. But yeah, we just have to come down this road again, make a right, make a left, follow that road down, then make another left. I'm not going to take that shortcut because I've learned the hard way the first time I did this mission. Let's not do that. So, yeah, so we're going to head out here. This is where I usually get stuck pretty bad in here. So let's see how this goes. I'm going to try to swing a little bit wider here because I feel like I get either caught up on some, like, the vegetation that's over here, or it's just really thick mud. But, so we're going to swing out here, make this nice turn. As you can see, we're already kind of going slow here, but we're making it. We are making it. So get to make this turn out of here. If we start straightening out, it should help us get a little bit more speed going. Try not to fall into our tracks there. Yeah, there we go. All right, so looking pretty good. If you hit this camera button up here by the map icon, it gives you a view of the trailer. If you click it again, it goes back to the view of the truck. So we will head out of here, and then I think I showed you, but yeah, you can move the camera around just by dragging the screen, and then if you pinch in and out, you zoom, and if you double tap the accelerator, you get cruise control, which is actually really nice. Like, I really am glad I don't have to hold that button down the whole time, because that would get frustrating and old pretty quick. So think we're gonna try to kind of stick onto this road. One thing I don't really like, and I'm sure you saw it when we first got in here, is the way the water looks, like that over there. It looks all right, but especially if there's reflections like from the sun or anything on it, it just doesn't look good at all. And I know it's a mobile game. I wish that that could be improved, but that may be just a limitation of what they can do with the mobile version. And honestly, I mean, I don't know what I would expect from it, but I don't know. I see it, and especially if like I said, when I see the reflection, I'm just like, ugh. Like I don't know, I just don't like it. So it's not the worst though. And I mean, graphically, draw distance is probably the one of the biggest downfalls of the game here. What are we stuck on here? Stuck on anything? I guess we're just stuck in the mud. So let's shift our truck down to a lower gear, maybe even lower. We may have to use a winch to get ourselves unstuck here. Let's see. So let's grab the winch. Let's grab the tree. Let's pull the winch. And hopefully it'll start pulling us out here. There we go. Yeah, sometimes I feel like I just get stuck on I don't know how else to explain it, but it's just like almost like it's like I'm stuck on the map. Like it's not really that I'm stuck in the mud or anything like that. It's like I'm actually just stuck on the map itself. Like there's just like when I was using that winch, as you saw, it was pulling, but it wasn't actually doing anything until all of a sudden it kind of broke free. So I don't know if there needs to be some work done there, but it's not too bad. You can usually get yourself out of situations pretty quick. I've never really had to worry about gas in this game so far. I know there's gas stations on the free roam. Like I said, I haven't done many of the missions yet, but I've done a lot of the free roam, and I usually, the amount of time I play, usually don't have to worry about gas. Like honestly, like it's usually short enough time. I do like one run, and then it's like okay, don't really need to worry about gas. Yeah, I really do enjoy this game. I was trying to think of like, this is a good game, if I'm not necessarily wanting to play, sit down and play at the computer, but I kind of, have a want to play for, want to play, maybe SnowRunner or something like that. I can go sit on the couch and watch some TV and play this game, which would be nice. Not sure if I mentioned it earlier, can't remember, but you can get this on your iPhone and it does have cloud sync. So your missions and your progress will be synced between your devices. So that's pretty cool. I could definitely see myself, playing this um, at an airport or something like that, waiting on a plane. Not that that's going to be happening anytime soon, but, just out somewhere waiting or, maybe on a road trip or something, just trying to pass some time, you could pull this game out. I definitely would prefer to play it on the iPad. I played a little bit on my iPhone, like I said, and it's too small for me. I'm not a big game person on the iPhone anyways, just because I don't know. It's like there's certain games that work on there, but there are some games that it's just like, you need a bigger screen to make it work. So just double checking. So we turn left here. But this game is definitely playable on the iPhone. I will say that. So we'll drive down this road. We'll go into this little town here. We're going to follow this road all the way around. You can make a right up here. It kind of looks like on the map that you can go that way, but you can't. You just can't. There's stuff that's blocking it and whatnot. So we're going to go around this curve up here, and then we should be pretty close to dropping this truck off at its destination. I think oh, that's a pole. Yeah, let's not do that. I haven't damaged my truck bad enough to cause any issues yet, so I would prefer to kind of keep it that way to not learn yet. But let's take a look here. So if we go, yeah, see, this is one of the parts. So one of the objectives or the bonus objectives is not to damage your truck or any other trucks. But it's really hard to do through this area because you don't have very precise controls over your truck, when it comes to turning or even gas for that. So, trying to do those precise steerings, yeah, it definitely makes it more of a challenge for sure. So we'll see here. So we got to make it around this truck and we'll be close to delivery. I'm still not sure on how I got this delivered the first time, and I'll show you, but I'm going to do what I did the first time. We'll see how it goes. All right, so we'll be going through some mud here, and we're almost at our delivery. You can see there's a circle there. So we'll drive into the circle, we'll go to the second circle, and then we'll back up. That's what I had to do the first time. I'm not exactly sure that's how it's supposed to be done on this mission, but I thought it was just supposed to go into the circle and like detach the trailer, but I can assure you that did not work for me. So let's go down to a lower gear. Hopefully that'll help us get through this a little bit better, maybe even lower. I think that was moving us. I shouldn't have really done any changes to that. You can knock over fences, you can knock over trees, so they keep that aspect of the game, which is nice. Of course, certain trees you can't knock over, but you can knock over some of the stuff. So am I stuck on what am I stuck on here? Yeah, see, like it's doing that rocking stuff, like I'm almost like stuck on the map or stuck on some bush or something. Because see, I can back up no problem, and then I can go forward, and now things are moving. So yeah, I don't know exactly what it is. It could just be how the mud physics will work on the iOS or the mobile version, but who knows. So we're gonna go forward. So we hit that circle, so then we're gonna hit this circle. I'm not sure why the delivery would have to be like this. But yeah, see, originally I dropped my trailer like right in there and then pulled up, and then it, didn't work. So we're gonna pull into here until the circle disappears. And let's see, the circle didn't disappear this time. So I don't know, because last time I detached the trailer, like I said. So let's go up here. Let's detach the trailer. Yeah, see, if I detach the trailer, now I got a circle back there. So let's reattach, and let's just back up into this circle back here. And there we go. So now we got it delivered. So we got 2 stars on that. So pretty good. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of this game down below. Are you going to pick it up? Like I said, it's only about $6 on the Apple App Store. I believe it's the same price on the Google Play. So really, it's not too bad of a game. And I've been having a lot of fun with it, surprisingly. I wasn't sure how I'd feel about it. I'm not a big mobile game person, but it's definitely fun to just pick up when I have a little bit extra time or I'm watching TV, just kind of hang out. So what do you think of the graphics? What do you think of the game? Are you going to pick it up? Let me know in the comments below. If you like the video, hit the like button. If you like content like this, hit the subscribe button. And I'll be checking out the other SnowRunner update later today. And I'll see you in the next video.